Hello, everyone. My name is James Hines. I'm actually the chairman and COO of Core Mining. Adrian couldn't be here today, so I'm taking his place giving this presentation. So to start, I'll just flick through a quick forward-looking statement. Give yourself 9 or 10 minutes to read that if you want, and we can go from there. So why Core? Core is a compelling investment for a number of reasons. A lot of those reasons are on this one slide. We have an experienced management and board. Many of our board members have been in the mining business for over 30 years. Adrian Rothwell, our CEO, is ex-Gold Corp. He was in their strategy group. I'm an engineer by trade, cut my teeth with Lafarge, and have been in the mining business nearly 20 years myself. We have a really nice portfolio of world-class assets. These assets, two of our main assets, which are located in California, were owned by the predecessor of Newmont Gold Corp and Glamis Gold, as well as Royal Gold back in the 1990s. We have a 5 million ounce global resource between current 43-101 resources and historic resources across measured, indicated, and inferred categories. Our projects are in safe jurisdictions. We're located in both California and British Columbia, and we have district scale opportunities. We have a large land package located in British Columbia, part of a very compelling gold trend as well as porphyry copper gold trend, and large land packages located in California as well. Our immediate focus is on our flagship project, the Imperial Project. This project is located in the Imperial County of California in the southeast corner, and we're located approximately 10 miles from the operating Mesquite mine, if you're familiar with the Equinox Gold project that they recently purchased from New Gold. So just to recap, combined 5 million ounces of historic resources, a historic feasibility study by Glamis Gold on our Imperial Project. We're permitted for exploration for our BC assets. We're well funded. We just completed a financing with Macquarie Bank. They invested directly in Core in both an equity private placement and also purchased a 1% royalty on our Imperial Project. The Imperial Project is our focus project as we advance our portfolio, especially given the fact that it's near surface, completely oxidized, can be run as a run-of-mine operation, and the economics of the previous historic feasibility and historic PEA are quite compelling. This gives you a good sense of where we are on the West Coast. We have our two projects in British Columbia, as you can see, the Gold Creek and FG projects. These projects are what we would consider exploration assets, add to the portfolio that we have in the advancement of our assets. Our two California assets, Long Valley and Imperial. Long Valley is located in just south of Reno, Nevada, about 2 hours south and directly west of Tonopah. Part of the Walker Lane trend, like the previous speaker here, and it's a well-endowed district, but it's also an interesting asset in Long Valley that it's a large epithermal deposit, very similar to Round Mountain. So our development and production profile, we have an Imperial project in Imperial County. We have the Long Valley project also in California. They're both open pit mineable resources. They've both been technically de-risked through a large amount of drilling, economic studies, and significant investments by our predecessors. We like the fact that we have multi-jurisdictional exposure. It gives us opportunities for investing where the opportunities lie, and a pipeline of projects from early stage right through development assets. So I mentioned our corporate team. So Adrian Rothwell, our CEO, ex-Gold Corp, he's a CPA. Myself, I'm a mining engineer by trade. Our CFO has been in the mining business, worked with Fiore Exploration, worked for Hive Blockchain as well. Harry Pockrant, one of our directors, well known to many in the mining business, former CEO of Hive Blockchain, has been part of mining deals for, call it the last 30 years. Don McDonald, he's the CEO of Norzinc. He was involved as CFO and acting CEO at KGHM. He was also the CFO of NovaGold and De Beers Canada, as well as we have Brendan Cahill. He's the CEO of Exelon Resources, which is a high-grade silver company in Mexico. To give you a quick sense of our capital structure, because we're a fairly new company, we just listed about 6 months ago on the TSX Venture. We have 78 million shares out after our investment from Macquarie. We have some options priced around 17 cents on average, and a small amount of warrants outstanding. One important feature and function of our capital structure is how much management and the insiders of this business own. Between management and the board, we essentially own 55% of the company. Macquarie Bank owns approximately 8%, and the rest we would consider retail investment. Right now, we have a market capitalization of less than $20 million, which if you spread it across our gold in the ground, it's under $4 an ounce of resource of historic and current 43-101 resources. To summarize the Imperial Project, which again is our flagship asset, we're located, as you can see on the map, just around 10 miles from the operating Mesquite mine, which is owned by Equinox Gold. We own 100% of the project. We bought this asset from Goldcorp about 3 years ago. It has a historic feasibility study. It's been technically de-risked with over 350 drill holes on the property, totaling over 200,000 feet of drilling. The beauty of this project is it's infrastructure rich. We have water on site, we have production wells on site, there's a power line that runs diagonally across the property, road access is excellent, we have a database of cultural, biological, and air studies that have been completed on the property, and since acquiring the project, we've added to that by updating many of those studies. The real attribute of this project is it's remote in the fact that it's not close to a community, but it's accessible, which makes it great for a good mining project. Having a quick look at the resource, the beauty of this project is it's a high recovery, near surface deposit. It has a lot of markers that are quite similar to the currently operating Mesquite mine. Similar mineralization, similar type of deposit, part of the same trend as both the Imperial Project and the operating Picacho mine, or the past operating Picacho mine of Glamis Gold. We have a well-disseminated ore body, a nearly 2.2 million ounce historic resource, and a 1.45 million historic reserve that was put together by Glamis Gold in the late 90s. This resource has a combination of higher grade, some of which is over 2 grams per ton, which really lends itself to creating a mine plan that can create a lot of payback early on. Relatively low strip ratio of 2.68 to 1. And because it's a run-of-mine operation, or can be run as a run-of-mine operation, relatively low capital intensity for this size of project. Extensive studies performed by Glamis in the past included comprehensive metallurgical studies, pit design, heap leach design, and comprehensive economics. So as you know, many of you have seen a chart like this. It's really a case of global production versus new discoveries. Discoveries are becoming more and more difficult to find. Resources are being depleted, and the cost of discovery is incrementally going up on a year-by-year basis. We look at this as an opportunity for low-cost assets in good jurisdictions that are highly leveraged to gold price. Quick snapshot of the historic resources of the project. The historic PEA that was done in 2012 Almost half of that was in the indicated category, and nearly 1.3 million ounces in the inferred category. What that does is it really sets us up for moving from the inferred to the indicated category based on what we saw in the historical reserve study that was done as part of Glamis Gold's feasibility study. This is the rest of the resources of Core Mining. Long Valley is a great asset as a secondary asset for Core. That asset alone has nearly 1.8 million ounces of gold across 3 categories. Again, it's near surface with less than a 1-to-1 strip ratio. It's oxide resource with a sulfide base. That project has only seen drilling to an average depth of approximately 80 meters. So the upside of that project can be pretty profound. The FG project is located in our BC mining district. It has a 1 million ounce resource approximately, a little higher grade than our California assets, but requires more work because it's very much what we would consider an early stage exploration project. So I'll wrap it up there, and if nobody has any questions, I'll turn it over to the next speaker. All right, great.